Hello everyone, and welcome to the global launch of the OPPO Find X3 series. I'm Derek. It's a great honor for me to be with you here today to introduce you our latest high-end flagship series. At OPPO, we believe that technology can and should be a force for good, and never has this been more true than the past year. We've used technology to maintain human connections while staying safe and socially distanced. For us, technology is not features on a specification sheet. It's about the human benefits that a device can help us achieve. We want to create technology with our heart and soul to spark beautiful emotions for every consumer. Today, we are much more than a smartphone manufacturer. Thanks to a heartfelt spirit of exploration and the mission to make life better. We know that our experiences as users of technology determine its value. As you hear now, this music is from Hans Zimmer, the Grammy and academic award-winning composer. I really like his perspective that music, or even a ringtone, should bring people happier and more beautiful emotions, a philosophy that OPPO shares with him.
To me, everything is a story. And so to be approached by OPPO, for instance, to write about communication or phone, ultimately it always ends up being about how do we get closer. The elegance of the design automatically leads you to something that makes you want to do something which is positive. I hear colors. The frequency of the light in the visuals becomes the frequency of the sound in the music. I want the ringtone to open a door that says there's the possibility to feel something. Our whole world changed because of the pandemic, and it changed in one very fundamental way. The idea of physical contact has disappeared. I felt somehow it was my duty as a musician to figure out how to replace a little bit of that spirit that comes from one heart over to the other heart. The only way you can do music is by connecting notes, and those notes connect to musicians, and musicians connect to an audience, and suddenly you have a form of communication that you've never had before. That's exactly what these phones are doing these days. They connect us.
With the same purpose, our design and engineering teams are relentless in their pursuit of innovative solutions for current and future challenges. Over the years, the Find X series has set new benchmarks for flagship performance and design, with each generation marking new breakthroughs in user experience. From the beautifully slim profile of the Finder to the gently pulsing skyline notifications of Find 7, and the immersive screen experience thanks to an uninterrupted panoramic display of Find X, OPPO has found new ways to elevate high-end design and cutting-edge innovation. Last year, we took another giant leap forward. With Find X2, we give users a taste of a billion-color experience with an immersive, hyper-responsive 120Hz display. Today marks the next milestone in our journey. The new Find X3 Pro represents the latest summit of our human-centric, high-end design journey. It harnesses the power of our senses, sight, sound, and touch, to help us experience a more positive, hopeful, and vibrant future.
The Find X3 Pro is our most beautiful handset to date, marking the latest evolution of the fan design language. With a space-age design, the aesthetic is futuristic, yet current, with the unique high-end elements that elevate Find X3 Pro beyond the norm, inspiring at the first sight and sparking magic at the first touch. Molded from a single piece of glass, Find X3 Pro is super slim and lightweight, measuring just 8.26 millimeters deep and weighing 193 grams. It slides easily into a pocket and provides a perfect form to hold. The unibody back cover of the phone is a continuous curved surface. To create the almost impossible curve, the glass is heat-treated and gently molded against over 2,000 design control points. Over 40 hours to create the continuous flowing lines that rise smoothly to cushion the camera module. There are no harsh cuts or blunt edges here. Everything about this phone is sleek, streamlined, and fluid. There are two colors of Find X3 Pro, gloss black and blue. The depth of the black is so rich, and I love that we have managed to polish the glass to such an extent that it feels like the phone is made of ceramic. It's just beautiful. Apart from the gloss black, we wanted to try something different, and the results are truly amazing. On the blue models, the main body of the glass has been frosted to a precise level of 85% opacity. This surface has an almost silky texture and reveals fingerprints, so the back of the phone always looks pristine. This dual finish of high gloss and smooth matte frosting on a single piece of glass wasn't easy. However, once you hold the phone in your hand, you'll know that the effort was worth it. It's unlike anything I have ever seen before in this industry. The design of this flagship is extraordinary, futuristic, and the perfect device to help users capture and experience life in full color. Style and looks are important, but of course, you can also expect Find X3 Pro to stand up to the daily challenges. With exceptional build quality and IP68 dust and water resistant. Today, with the Find X3 Pro, we unleash the true power of color in all its hues, tones, and shades. Find X3 Pro's 10-bit full-path color engine lets you record and share this moment in exceptional quality.
There is one core element that is rarely mentioned in mobile phone, and that is color. In our process of understanding the world, color is an important form of information. Whether we realize it or not, color can have a huge impact on our mood and behavior. It's further complicated by cultural variation, making a question of both nature and nurture. Now, please join me on our journey of color.
What really gets me excited about filmmaking is that ability to capture a moment in an emotional kind of snapshot. My name is Young Chang. I'm a documentary filmmaker. As a filmmaker, everything I see, I often see through the lens as if it was a camera lens. It interprets what the human eye sees. And I guess my goal as a filmmaker is to see through that, to see if we can convey the essence of an image, a color, a story through the eye of the camera. It's unfiltered, raw, and uncompressed. When I'm preparing to make a new film, I try to challenge myself to show, not tell. I think that's like quite a mantra, a filmmaking mantra. How do you show the story rather than just explain it? And in fact, color plays a very important part of that. So what color does, I think, is it helps to make us feel something without actually verbalizing it. It's a visual art. Everything is a frame that opens into a new way of seeing things. Once you figure out the story, then the fun begins. The next step is building in all those layers, those motifs, those themes. And the color palette of the film is often the first thing you discuss. Being able to capture moments with the color that I actually witness in that moment. It really gives me hope that my approach to filmmaking will adapt and change with the new tools that I have. In film, much as in life, color makes us feel something. Filmmaking is about showing with empathy the human condition through a cinematic lens. And color, like real color, that true essence of color, when you really get it right, can really help to accentuate that sense of empathy. Not only to make us see life in a new light, but more importantly, to make us feel it. The story, our human condition, in dramatic ways.
Seen through the eyes of a young child, the world is an incredible place, and color plays a huge part in his vision. That's why it was important for us to give creatives the tools to show true-to-life color. Fun X3 Pro is equipped with a 6.7-inch native 10-bit curved screen, which means it can natively support an 1 billion color display. Our screen calibration enables professional color accuracy. It's around 0.4 GNCD for a constantly true-to-life image. Your image encoded in different color gamuts will be automatically recognized and rendered with 100% accuracy. That ensures your favorite shows and movies look just as good on a small screen as they do on your home theater. You may remember Fun X2 Pro. Fun X3 Pro has earned DisplayMate's highest A+ grade and sets 12 smartphone display performance records. This makes it the best display we've ever featured on an OPPO flagship phone. It's true that some other mobile phones do support 10-bit display, but due to capture or other issue, some of them may fail to achieve the maximum effect of 1 billion color. OPPO Fun X3 Pro featured a 10-bit full-pass color engine. It is the first Android device to adopt the 10-bit full-pass color measurement system on video and still image. So it can capture, store, and present with minimal loss in quality or dynamic range. Our scientific and systematic research on color empowers us to achieve this. OPPO has established the Color Laboratory of Zhejiang University, OPPO Joint Innovation Center. Here, our engineers carry out in-depth scientific research into all aspects of color and the way people experience it. This is the real color that Fun X3 Pro hopes to bring to everyone. We offered a Fun X3 Pro to Joe Sartori. He has recorded some of the world's most endangered species and colors. Let's take a look at his journey to find more color.
For me, the photo arc's been a life-changing experience. Animals are amazing in every way, and they're vital to our own survival. For nearly 16 years now, I've been running around the world photographing every animal I can to document the extinction crisis. The goal is to photograph every animal in captivity, to really show the world what biodiversity looks like. So I got a call from my friends at National Geographic, and they said, hey, this is the OPPO Find X3 Pro. They're looking to have you photograph endangered animals that are colorful, and wondered if you could use their phone. The thing about it is it shoots RAW files, and the color capture on it is fantastic. And I said, okay, that sounds like it's very worthwhile. Some animals just won't let you invade their personal space. A great example of this was a pair of African crowned cranes. If I had tried to be behind the phone and just walk up, not so good. But a smaller object, just like the phone on the end of a selfie stick, that just worked out wonderfully. And I could see with this big display on the back exactly what I was getting the whole time and whether it was sharp or not. Perfect shot to me is eye contact. The eye is in focus, the colors are good, and there's nothing in the background that's distracting. Eye contact is everything. At the end of the day, it was time for the penguins to go out for their swim. They had Humboldt penguins there. Yeah, it looked perfect. It's very simple to use, which is good because I'm not that technically minded. And man, it's just irresistible. And they are both loving swimming and hungry for fish. Repeated action is a good chance to use slow motion because you can predict what's going to happen. So cute. I have played around with the micro lens. It is amazing. It's designed to go in super close. I'd have a lifetime of things to shoot if I did them in a macro setting. A lot of the species that I photograph are just rich with blues and reds and greens, every color you can possibly imagine. Color is arresting. It is what warns predators that a butterfly or a frog is toxic in nature. The thing about color that's really important to me is it stops people and gets their attention. And what we're trying to say is important. It's about the future of life on Earth, life and death. In a world that's very distracted all the time, with a million things to see and do on various screens, having a splash of color is often the first introduction or the way to get people to stop and look and maybe learn a little bit. We figure the photo arc is like a decades-long ad campaign on behalf of nature. To date, we're at almost 11,000 species, and whatever we can do to get people's attention right now, including vibrant color, that's how we do it. The thing is, nature doesn't need us, but we really need it.
Wow, the color of nature are far beyond our imagination. The red panda is hot melting. With such an incredible variety of color to capture, only a billion color camera can do this project justice. Find S3 Pro features 2. OPPO worked with Sony to develop a unique high-performance sensor, the IMX766. Photographers use it to record the colors of beautiful animals, and we ordinary people also need to capture the beauty of our lives. 50 megapixel resolution ensures clear image. More importantly, both through primary camera can fully capture photo of 1 billion color, which not only makes the color richer and more vivid, but also makes the texture of light and shadow stronger. Just take a look at this rich and nuanced color of the hot air blue. You can even see the patchwork color in deep shadow on the floor, whereas in this shot, you can even see an incredible range of shades of blue, from almost white in the window to deep navy in the corner, without bending. Both sensors feature leading autofocus technology, which allows you to capture faster-paced action in crispy detail. For example, you can capture the moment a wave catches an unaware friend, or the moment a horse sails over a jump. Over the years, microphotography has always encouraged people to explore the world around them. With another of Find S3 Pro's camera, we've taken this trend to new heights. It's unlike anything you've ever seen before. A micro lens sensor with up to 60 times zoom gives you an opportunity to see the world from a different perspective. Look at this photo taken by Find S3 Pro. The patterns on butterfly wings, sands on the beach, or edge on rocks have never looked so delicate and abstract. I bet you will have a lot of fun trying out the micro lens camera. It's beautiful, unusual, and it unlocks new ways to explore the color and detail of nature. Although our general understanding of color that grass is green, ocean is blue is fairly standard, it's impossible to say that we see color in the same way. Our relationship with color can be intensely personal and unique. We spoke to a number of people about the unique relationship with color and its role in their lives.
But some people would intuitively know color. Then there are people who can see color but don't know how to play with color. I'm Hans Goodari-Bathija. I'm a technology and banking consultant. I have what we call color vision deficiency, what they call colorblind at the time.
We're really interested in color pairings. It's not just a single color, but how do those colors work together? I'm Joy Broadbent.
I'm Rose Broadbent.
We're multidisciplinary artists.
And together we're the Broadbent sisters.
Color in my life is the utmost importance. My name is Suzanne Barr. I'm a chef, restaurateur, and author. Both of my parents are from the Caribbean. They're both Jamaican. So I grew up eating curries, jerk spices, really seasoned, flavorful food, colorful food. When this ackee terrine came to me, it really came back to me thinking a lot about growing up. Ackee and saltfish was something that both my mom and my dad would make for breakfast. Such a beautiful tribute to how important color is in your food. The guests, they're mystified by the beauty of the flowers, the salted cod, as well as the bright yellow color of the terrine.
Well, color vision deficiency is really the fact that each of us sees colors differently. And some of us see colors less vivid than others, depending on the way the colors are organized. Some TVs have 256 colors, some have 256,000 colors. And I guess some of us humans are like that. There are some red greens I cannot see if they're put them together. I have trouble distinguishing them. Other people would say, oh wow, that's an amazing red, that's an amazing green. Up, I would, it looks like a regular red, looks like a regular green.
In terms of our paintings, something that we're really interested in is creating these color fields of vibration. So using color to make a vibrating, hypnotic painting.
Oh my gosh, this is so gorgeous. This is great. Oh, the colors. It just looks like you can literally dive into this.
With the enhancement, then
I can focus it on more, Definitely more enhancement going on in the colors. Having a little more vibrancy does help.
Fascinating.
For sure.
It's really picking up the fluorescent red, which is really hard to usually pick up. It's actually so accurate to the color.
Colors that almost breathe on their own, colors that have a heartbeat, colors that radiate. And the power of colorful eating and how it can automatically transport you to moments that you can just hold on to for time and time again.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But we were discovering that color is in the eye of the beholder.
Anyone can see, more vibrant colors if you are still in front of nature. Look at the bark of a tree. It's not brown. It's actually mauve and pink, and especially with light. I guess it's all about not labeling and being curious about color and the combinations of colors.
With Fun F3 Pro, we will introduce more tools to help users define their own building color experience. For example, if you want to express your vision easily, AI Scene Enhancement can help. It intelligently identifies the subject of the shot, whether it's a dish of luscious vegetable and fruit or a stormy sunset view. It then optimizes the color profile to capture a shot that goes beyond the simple visual. AI scene enhancement also supports 10-bit color. Memory capture with it are more lasting, more powerful, and more evocative than ever before. Many professional photographers and videographers prefer to fine-tune the image and footage in post-production. Final F3 Pro supports 10-bit RAW plus stills. It's an HDR RAW file, capturing the scene with wide dynamic range and making every last bit of image data available. Look at the RAW plus image. Perhaps let's make the color a little warmer, or bring out the detail in the dark sky. Fabulous. You may ask, what about video? In cinematic mode, you can shoot 10-bit footage in 4K in both log and HDR formats. With support of the BD2020 color gamut, 10-bit color depth, and HLG gamma curve, the HDR footage shot on Final F3 Pro records the real world with a richer color volume. It can post-produce in an HDR workflow while also being compatible with SDR devices. If you are a fan of theater, we also offer you a nice gadget, AI palettes. AI palettes just open any picture you like. It will recognize the color profile and also understand the content of the image. With just a simple tap, the smart color profile will be saved and ready for being transferred. It's so easy, yet it looks like you've spent a lot of time on editing. But we're not just designing for professional industry or to help people capture their lives in full color, although, of course, this is important. Did you know that about 1 in 12 men and 1 in 200 women suffer from color vision deficiency, or CVD? The world is interpreted very differently by them. If a display is a window into our connected world, why can't we use it to help people with CVD? We have developed the most effective color composition setting for common form of CVD. Together with rigorous color engineering and fine-tuning, we make it easier for people with CVD to experience a world of vibrant color that most of us take for granted. Color means different things to different people. For some, it's about authenticity of true-to-life color. For some, it's about using color to create a mood. And for others, it's about experience a more colorful world in their day-to-day lives. Wherever you sit on that scale, we believe that Final F3 Pro allows you to experience color like no other phone out there. A true billion color experience.
Final F3 Pro helps redefine how users see color through their smartphone lens. It's time to take a peek at the key features that make this possible and set a new standard for high-end smartphone experience. In addition to 2 powerful 10-bit primary cameras and the world's first info microscope, we also feature a 13-megapixel telephoto camera with 20x digital zoom to get you closer to action and frame portraits. It was important to us when people switch between ultra-wide and wide-angle cameras. There should be no change in quality or color. Our ultra-wide cameras uses a free-form surface lens, rather than the traditional grouping of multiple lens elements. This results in a far lifelike landscape and group shot, without chromatic aberration and purple fringing that can occur with traditional ultrawide modules. To capture high-quality footage, even in dim or backlit conditions, Find X-Ray Pro's AI highlight video mode intelligently selects the most appropriate settings and processing algorithm to record the scene in accurate, nuanced color. And speaking of selfies, thanks to the night mode, the quality of portraits taken with the front camera at night working in dark conditions are superb, with crisp, clear lines and authentic true-to-life colors. Our team have worked hard to create a high-end camera experience that is worthy of our first full-pass color engine. Now, let's talk about our window into the Internet of Experience. That wonderful built-in color display. With a maximum 120 Hz refresh rate, scrolling is buttery smooth. And when OPPO's OSync display hyper-response engine is enabled, the synchronization speed between the display and processor is tripled, reducing the response time from 30 to 40 milliseconds down to between 5 and 10 milliseconds. This feature comes to its own when playing games to make controls more sensitive, allowing you to react in a split second to suppress attack and stay one step ahead of your enemies. However, not every application needs to take full advantage of that super fast refresh rate. So Find X-Ray Pro features an enhanced adaptive dynamic frame rate. It can drop from 120 Hz to as low as 5 Hz if you are reading an ebook, optimizing power consumption by up to 46% without the user being aware that it's happening. When you have such an impressive display, it's a shame that some app and video cannot take full advantage of it. That's why we introduced the O1 Ultra Vision engine. We can effectively render low-resolution clips in up to 2 times higher resolution. With new level of clarity, your YouTube and viral clip will never be the same again. Find X-Ray Pro is HDR10 Plus certified. It can enhance standard videos to give them an HDR effect. With deeper blacks, higher contrast, more vibrant colors, and a wider color gamut to create a stunning visual effect. Find X-Ray Pro uses an SGS Eye Care display certified screen and features our AI adaptive eye care system, automatically adjusting the screen color temperature and natural brightness by up to 8,192 subtle levels according to the ambient light conditions. This reduces eye strain when viewing the screen for longer periods and reduces the amount of blue light to protect natural sleep cycles and overall health. Find X-Ray Pro is our most exciting high-performance flagship to date, so it makes sense to power it with Qualcomm's most advanced 5G chip ever. The Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 5G mobile platform sets new benchmarks across the board, and in combination with the 12 GB of RAM, underpins the elite performance of Find X-Ray Pro. We are excited to offer support for more 5G bands than ever before, with 13 bands supported in the international market. By optimizing the operation system for the powerful hardware, Find X-Ray Pro provides the smoothest experience. With the latest UFS 4.0 and the anti-fragmentation engine, the random read and write performance is over 10% faster, while the sequential read and write performance is over 30% faster, ensuring a seamless, responsive experience. With so much of our life revolving around our phone, the last thing we want to deal with is running out of power. As the first smartphone manufacturer to make fast charging available, and with more than 175 million worldwide users of our work charging technology at the last count, we are committed to making battery anxiety a thing of the past. With this in mind, Find X3 Pro starts with a large 4,500 milliamp power battery that will still be going after a full day of use. And when you need to recharge, SuperWalk 2.0 flash charging ensures a 65-watt fast charger that will bring the battery up to 40% in just 10 minutes. Our charging technology is fast, flexible, and above all, safe. With our wired fast charge system certified safe by TÜV Rheinland, we have also introduced 30 watts AirWalk wireless flash charge, capable of charging the phone to 100% in just 80 minutes. And when you have enough energy to spare, you can use reverse wireless charging to save your friend's phone and give them enough juice to make it through. We all know that cutting-edge hardware is only part of the equation. What makes a truly high-end experience is the seamless integration of hardware, software, and services that help users achieve their goals. Based on Android 11, the latest ColorOS 11.2 helps users get most out of their Find X3 Pro in a way that's natural, beautiful, and powerful. The borderless design of the user interface is comfortable and organic, with soft colors drawn from the nature. We have also partnered with Beauty of Science to curate a special collection of wallpapers, exploring the beauty of nature that lies beyond the limits of human eyes. We have thought carefully about every aspect of the user experience, from the way it feels and the way it displays information. Sound is an area that many flagships overlook, yet we have paid special attention to it. We have included the latest hardware and featured Dolby Atmos for theater-like sound that intelligently adapts to the environment. So whether you're on the travel or walking down a busy street, movie and music dialogue are still crystal clear. We wanted to recognize the increased importance of the sounds in our daily life and reflect this in the creation of something new. Therefore, we have also introduced OPPO Relax 2.0. OPPO Relax is designed to generate a sense of calm and relaxation. You can explore different natural sounds, get immersed in the ocean wave, and calm your soul to listen to the birds chirping in the forest. Or you can enter the Sound of City collection, which brings you to the street in Reykjavik on a Sunday afternoon. We believe sound collection can recall your best memories. Moreover, you can simply reserve 5 minutes for a guided breathing session. OPPO Relax helps you zoom out and focus in on your own serenity. Simplicity and ease of use are key to ColorOS. Our team never stops looking for new ways to make the smartphone experience more intuitive, more natural, and more rewarding. Our partners at Google feel the same way, and we have worked closely with their team to develop a range of customized action for the Google Assistant, allowing you to control your phone with a command. For example, simply say, "Hey Google, set up screencast," to project your phone to an external screen without touching your handset. We see lots of opportunities to work with Google to make life easier for global OPPO users. For serious gamers, Game Focus Mode eliminates distraction and notification from all other apps, allowing you to concentrate on the task, and also locks the set button so you don't accidentally turn off the screen at a critical moment. With so much of our life linked to the digital world today, maintaining the highest privacy and security standards are absolutely essential to OPPO's development process. We have collaborated with the industry's leading third party to conduct security tests. This effort has been recognized by third-party organizations including ISO, ePrivacy, and TrustArc. As for Find X3 Pro, we still have a video, so let me show you instead. A high-end smartphone experience now extends beyond the phone that sits at the heart of the ecosystem, with additional devices that make life easier, more enjoyable, and more vibrant. Bringing an intuitive experience to your wrist, the OPPO Watch has received worldwide acclaim since it launched. Today, we'll announce the latest software version 1.6, make it even more intelligent and user-friendly than before. With this update, we introduce 18 new watch faces, including tools that reflect the design language of Find X3 Pro. We have also enhanced the synergy between OPPO Watch and your smartphone, introducing a Find Your Watch function to let your watch ring when you can't find it, improving the alarm clock function by allowing you to control the alarm from the watch. You can even use your watch to trigger the phone's camera shutter. With Wear OS by Google, the OPPO Watch has many helpful features and a wide variety of apps from the Google Play Store. Imagine wearing your OPPO Watch while riding a bike outside, raising your wrist to check the Google Map, listening to your music from your watch. You can track your workout with Google Fit. If you are thirsty, you can use Google Pay to quickly pay for a drink in a convenience store. If you have an appointment or meeting in your calendar, then a Google Calendar notification will remind you. OPPO Watch doesn't just tell you the time, it maximizes your time. To this end, we recently launched the Enco X True Wireless Noise Cancelling Earphones, co-created with Dynaudio, the Nordic acoustic giant. OPPO Enco X was developed in Dynaudio's global headquarters in Denmark, with the company's lead acoustic engineer, Daniel Amounts, to ensure authentic and high-quality audio. The Enco X houses two parallel speakers in its tiny body. One is the magnetic balance membrane driver, providing high-quality audio at high frequencies. The other one is an 11mm dynamic driver to ensure rich and luscious bass performance. This coaxial dual driver design is often used in high-end audio equipment. Apart from incredible sound quality and exceptional noise cancellation experience, the NCO-X also features a user-friendly design and outstanding performance to reflect its flagship status in all aspects. Let's watch a video.
Do you sometimes wonder if what you hear is real? Can it be staged? Is it artificial? As an acoustics engineer, I work with sounds to restore the music's original beauty. So when you listen, you live the music like you're really there, like seeing the movement of a string, the faint sigh of a musician, or the vibration of a drum. You feel the music. In 2019, our team started working with the OPPO acoustics department. We wanted to make something different. The NCO-X has a unique audio structure, combining a rear planar magnetic driver with a dynamic driver. Its coaxial structure delivers rich sound details from bass to treble. Technology is the new instrument of music. We innovate, explore the new, to get back to the original, to restore what's real in music. That's why we made the NCO-X.
Fendex 3 Pro is the flagship product of OPPO. With futuristic design, the ultimate color capability, and outstanding performance, we believe it will bring you a new smartphone experience. The OPPO Fendex 3 Pro will ship from March 30th and will be priced at 1,149 euros. Alongside the Fendex 3 Pro, in parts of Western Europe, we will also offer the OPPO Fendex 3 Neo and the OPPO Fendex 3 Lite to provide local customers with greater choice and access to high-end performance to suit their budget. Both of them have superb image and display capabilities. OPPO Fendex 3 Neo and Fendex Lite will also be available on March 30th at 799 euros and 449 euros. OPPO NCO-X is now available at the price of 179 euros. Stay tuned for more information on pricing and availability from your local OPPO teams. As you have seen, there are many reasons why the new Fendex 3 series is our most powerful high-end flagship ever. But ultimately, this phone is a key to unlock new experience and document our memories in a way that makes them as real as the first time we lived them. It's fair to say that this past year has been unlike any other in our lifetime, and it's still unclear how history will remember it. However, we have also been inspired by how people have found new ways to be together, rediscovered the natural world, and explored new ways to create and innovate. We think it's important that future generations learn the lessons of our time, but are also reminded of the incredible capacity of the human spirit to come together in times of struggle. With this in mind, we are launching the 2121 Future Photography Project, a time capsule of memories, moments, and emotions frozen in time from 2021. We want people to experience their history, our present, in vibrant, natural color and intense detail. We want to give them a sense of what it was like to live in 2021, our day-to-day routines, habits, and relationships, our vision of the future limited only by our imaginations. National Geographic will partner with OPPO on this photography project as well. We will curate an endangered color campaign, capturing endangered animals, documenting their stories, and creating a record of present-day color for future generations. More information will be shared in the coming weeks. But for now, we are honored that Oscar-winning actor and OPPO Global Ambassador Eddie Redmayne has told us what this project means to him.
They always say a picture is worth 1,000 words, but there are some pictures that leave you speechless. And for me, it's not always the big things. Sometimes it's the little ones. The everyday moments, making a fool of yourself with your mates, time with your kids and family. And I think in 100 years, that's what I want people to see, those bits. This year's been an intense one. Of course, we want to make a record of that, the struggles, the hard bits, but we also want to leave the memories of the good stuff. The silly moments, the moments we were able to get together. Hopefully, our photographs can show all of that. That's a nice thought. Sharing today with the world of tomorrow. Share your photos with hashtag #DearFuture2121.
We look forward to hearing what you think of the first 2 billion color flagship and how Find X3 Pro will awaken your experience of color. Thank you for your time. Most importantly, stay healthy and safe. Have a wonderful day.